Hello, everybody, especially those just logging on now, and welcome to the Bronx Museum's Family Affair, Bring the Museum Home. These are hour-long virtual programs on Saturday afternoons, modeled after the ones that we share at the museum in different times, but due to the pandemic, we've been doing them online about once a month. And we're really excited you all are here. Just to let you know, if you were not aware, because the museum is currently open, we do offer material pickups for free at the museum where, as Patrick showed, we put into bags the recommended materials for a program's activities. If you're not able to pick them up, it's not convenient for you or you weren't aware, we also suggest materials you might have at home that you can use, so it's never a problem, but if you'd like to pick up some materials, we would love to have you do that. So today is an hour-long program. Edwin is going to share one half-hour activity, and then at 2:30, another one of our educators will be joining us for a different activity. We will be recording this entire program and then putting it on our website after the event. So if you want to rewatch an activity or you have to leave for some reason, you should be able to access that. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to share them in the chat or the Q&A function, and we'll try to answer them. All right, take it away, Edwin.
Okay. Hi, my name's Edwin Gonzalez. I'm a visual artist and educator who works with the Bronx Museum. And today's family affair, I had my activities inspired by Valentine's Day, which is tomorrow. So today we're going to be making cards together, pop-up cards. But just before that, I have a story that I'd like to share with you. So the name of this story is Love. It's by Matt de la Peña. So I'm going to share my screen now, so if you just bear with me.
Perfect.
Okay. I'll try not to shake my mouse because when I do that, it jumps pages. Okay. And the illustrator is Lauren Long. In the beginning, there's light and two wide-eyed figures standing near the foot of your bed, and the sound of their voices is love. A cab driver plays love softly on his radio while you bounce in the back with the bumps of the city. And everything smells new, and it smells like life. Love, too, is the smell of crashing waves and a train whistling blindly in the distance. And each night the sky above your trailer turns the color of love. In a crowded concrete park, you toddle toward summer sprinklers while older kids skip rope and run up the slide, and soon you're running among them, and the echo of your laughter is love. On the night the fire alarm blares, you're pulled from sleep and whisked into the street, where the quiet old lady is pointing to the sky. Stars shine long after they've flamed out, she tells you, and the shine they shine with is love. But it's not only stars that flame out, you discover, it's summers too, and friendships and people. One day, you find your family nervously huddled around the TV. When you ask what happened, they answer with silence and shift between you and the screen. In your dream that night, you are searching for a love that seems lost. You open and close drawers, lift cushions, empty old toy bins, but there's nothing. You wake with a start in the arms of a loved one who bends to your ear and whispers, it's okay, it's love. And in time, you learn to recognize a love overlooked, a love that wakes at dawn and rides to work on the bus, a slice of burnt toast that tastes like love. And it's love in each deep crease of your grandfather's face, and he lowers himself onto an overturned bucket to fish. And it's love in the rustling leaves of gnarled trees lying behind the flower fields. And it's love in the made up stories your uncles tell in the backyard between wild horseshoe throws. And the face staring back in the bathroom mirror. This too is love. So when the time comes for you to set off on your own, heavy winds will sweep past your building and great gray clouds will congregate above. Your loved ones will stand there like puddles beneath their umbrellas, holding you tight and kissing you and wishing you luck. But it won't be luck you'll leave with because you'll have love. You'll have love, love, love. The end.
Thank you, Edwin.
You're welcome. So now we're going to get to doing our art activity. I thought that was a nice way to get us to think about all the different kinds of love there are in the world and all the different types of people that we love. We might love our uncles and aunts just like we love our moms and dads, and just as we love our friends or maybe our teachers. So, in that spirit, I thought we could do these really cool pop up cards. So, I might have to change my screen in order to show you how to do it step by step. But I do have a sample that I made. So I thought it'd be fun. It's going to be like it's going to open this way. So it's going to be horizontal. I know most cards are vertical. So on the cover, you can write something. This will probably be the last thing that you will do. But just to give you a preview, when the card opens up, it'll have a heart that pops open like that. So we also have some, I have the thought that you could add stickers to this. You may have some at home. I'm hoping that they were part of the kit, perhaps. Okay, I asked for it. We successfully got stickers. That's exciting. Okay, so then you could decorate it some more. And if you want to add words or any pictures, you can do that also. So I'm going to walk you through how to do this step by step right now.
Great. And so again, if you happen to pick up a kit at the museum, it should have pretty much everything Edwin is going to be working with. But if you didn't, you might just want to collect any kind of paper that you have, especially cardstock, something you want to draw with, pen or pencil or marker, scissors, and glue or tape, and then any kind of stickers or decorative thing that you have.
Yeah, so you definitely would want one sheet of a full sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper. We provided cardstock for you in the kit. That's ideal because you know cards used to be a little thicker. We also provided in the kit origami paper, which is 4 inches around. So about this size, right? So you can see the size comparison between the two. So if you're at home and do not have the kit, you just need to cut 4 inch square, basically. The reason for that is 4 inches is a good size where the pop-up when you close the card will stay inside the card. If it's bigger, it sticks out a little bit, which is also fine. But if you want to stick to the way that we're doing it, that's what our approach will be. So I'm going to flip my laptop down so that you can have a better view of what I'm doing and we can work together at the same time. Okay. So you see I have my setup here where I have my paper. I also have a ruler. If you have one handy, you'll find that helpful. But if you're pretty good at judging how much an inch or an inch and a half is, you'll probably be okay. I also have a glue stick. We will need that towards the end when we're finishing up our card in order to put the pop-up heart in. And we have our origami paper, right? So I'm going to use some pattern paper this time. If you have something with a pattern, it just will make it more of a fun shape. And if you do have color paper, it's good to kind of try to figure out like a good contrast between things. So I have a cool color, which is blue, and a warm color, which is red, because it makes the red look like it pops out more, right? So maybe that's something that you want to take into consideration when you're making your choices. So to start off with, when you take your paper or your cardstock, you're going to want to carefully fold that. And we said that we're going to do this, what do they say in school sometimes? The hamburger way. I've heard some teachers say that. So that and we'll just, yeah, fold it nicely so that we have a crease. So that, and this will be our card in the end. And this is actually, believe it or not, is going to be the inside. It's actually, we're not going to use this as the outside. So you want to measure about 1.5 inches. Try to put it in the center. So I'm going to use my ruler. Measure 1.5 inches. And then I also want to be 1.5 inches between. That's pretty close to the center. And then the line again is going to be 1.5 inches. Pretty easy to remember. Oh, I think we forgot to say scissors. You will definitely need scissors. And that's going to be next, right? To get ready for the pop-up. So I'm going to cut along the line that I just made. And I'm going to fast forward to the future again so that you can see.
The line should be on the crease side, right?
That is correct. Great question. Very important that it's on the crease. Yes.
Okay. And so the little rectangle that you're creating with those two lines, is that pretty much in the center of the paper?
Yep. So that's what this is going to be here.
Because I'm using the paper that I have is a little bit smaller, so I'm just going to eyeball it and do that in the middle.
Yeah. This time I didn't do it exactly in the middle, and I think that's fine. But once you cut your paper, the next thing you're going to want to do, hope you can see this well, a little tricky for sometimes, especially for some people, especially if you're one of our, younger guests. So you might need a little bit of help from an adult. You're going to just take your thumb to pop it out, right? So you want to make it so that this folds out, right? So it looks kind of like a U when you close it, and you're going to make a crease there too, so that you have this kind of a pop-up. Looks like a step, right? So I'm going to just review that one more time. So we've cut, right? And then we did that along the crease. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to pop that out with your finger. You're going to fold it close. And then you're going to make another crease here so that you have your little step, your pop-up step.
Yeah. Okay? So now when you fold this part of the card closed, it looks like there's a little square bite taken out of it.
Yeah. Has an opening. Okay. So next, I'm going to make my heart. So my pattern paper has a side that's kind of solid. It's a little easier to see something if you draw it on that side. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to make a heart shape and try to use the whole size of the paper to make the heart. So it's good to use a pencil. So if you feel like you've made a mistake, you can do it all over again. Okay. Good job. So here's mine. So now I'm going to use my scissors again to cut it out. Nell, you're so fast.
It's because mine is smaller.
It's just because you're fast. It's okay.
I'm in a hurry to get this card made so that I can start spreading the love.
And you make a card and you cut your heart shape out and it's love. Like the book.
Exactly.
Okay. So now we have our little pop-up and this is where it's gonna, go. So we're gonna take our glue stick. And so you wanna put glue, you want some glue on here. You could probably put it on both if you wanna make sure that it stays good. So I have the one that's looks a little purple before it dries, so it might make it easy for you to see. Yeah. And then I'm going to put a little bit on the part.
I'm noticing that the paper that we got in the kits, I think it's a little bit bigger than the paper that you are using. So my that I cut out is maybe a little bigger than I want it to be because it's a little too floppy when I put it on the on here.
Say that one more time.
My heart maybe is a little bit too big. So I'm going to trim it down a little bit.
Oh, your heart's too big? Is your paper small? Is your paper smaller maybe than mine?
It might be. It's also just I have a big heart, Edwin.
So yes, if you, I think that's a good point, that before you actually glue your heart or whatever shape you made onto here, you might want to just hold it onto that for a second and see if it looks like it's going to be
sticking out
or not stick well, and then maybe trim it down, because that's going to be easier before you glue it.
That's a good tip.
Meanwhile, I did my heart pretty small from the beginning because I was using this Post-it, so I think I got a good size.
Oh, Post-it. That's a good way to go. So assuming that we worked all those little kinds of issues out, next I wanted to show you that I would take another piece of paper and fold it like a card in order to cover the opening. So you can use the same color if you'd like to make it look like a secret, right? It's like an illusion, the pop-up. Or if you just are really wild about color, you can just get a whole different color to cover it with. So I'm gonna use green for the outside.
Got it. And again, if you have any questions about anything, or you want to share what color heart you made, or if you made a different shape, feel free to let us know in the chat.
So then when we put it together, which we will glue, but I just thought I'd show you. See, now no one can see the opening in the back because you put two pieces of paper together to hide it. So I'm going to use my glue stick again in order to secure the two papers together. I like to just do like a big letter X after I go over the border, because then that way you don't have to really go crazy with the glue stick. It makes it a lot easier, saves time. And glue sticks, they dry so fast sometimes. Yeah. So it's good to be able to get the glue on as fast as you can. And doing like lines makes it a little faster. So now I'm putting both of my papers together, and I'm kind of rubbing it a little bit, giving it a little massage so that they start to stay. Even if you're being careful, you'll probably start to notice some edges and things that aren't sticking so well right away. So look out for that, and you can add some more glue where needed.
And I got a little funky, and rather than cover the whole thing, I just covered that edge with, again, more of these Post-its.
Oh, wow. Look at you thinking outside the box.
I did two reds, or a pink and a red, so I could cover it up.
Oh, and it's offset, so you can see both of them.
You can kind of see both of them.
All right, so here's my card. So I think most of the structure of the cards already put together. So I can just concentrate on decorating and writing or anything that I'd like to do from here on in, right?
Yeah. So now, this is the basic structure of the pop-up card. You got it.
So I think I have some stickers. You have stickers. Maybe you want to do this too. So I have some stickers. I think I'm going to put some stickers on around the heart just to decorate the inside of my card. I think that's what I'd like to do next.
Yeah, any kind of stickers that you have, I think, would work for this. Or you could cut out your own shapes, maybe more little hearts or anything you like, and glue them on.
Yeah, you might have some scraps left over from when you cut your heart out. You could do some smaller ones. Maybe I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that. I like that idea. So I have a little piece here. I think I'm going to make a small heart. Yeah, and I'll cut that out and glue it on my card.
So Patrick, did you end up trimming down your heart to make it smaller?
Yeah, I did.
Did that work out?
So far, I got.
Yeah, that's a little companion heart. That's what I have so far. I think I'm going to add some more stickers around, and I could probably write a message here, and I could write a message here too. But I want to do the decorating first. Are you drawing on yours?
Yes.
I hear marker sounds.
You're hearing my scratching. I'm starting to think about what I want to write on the front and in it. Because unfortunately, I don't think I have any cool stickers.
Oh, you could draw things.
I'm going to draw some hearts and stars.
It's a good idea. I am pretty happy with that.
Oh yeah, that looks great. I love the little heart in the same pattern.
What am I going to write?
And I think also you got me thinking of stars because of the they were in the story.
Yes.
The stars.
I think I'm just going to write Happy Valentine's Day.
Well, that works. But also, of course, there are about 5 minutes left in this activity with Edwin. So let us know if you have any questions. But once you have the basic idea down of how to make this a pop-up card, of course, you can take all the time you want to think about what you want to write in it, who you want the card to go to. You can always make another card or a bunch of other cards and give them to all of your Valentines. So don't feel like you need to finish the card in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, and some people who feel really confident with the pop-ups find ways to like do pop-ups on other parts of the card too, or maybe they have more than one going across. But that's really, you know, if you want to experiment, that's a good thing to do once you get the system down.
You can't see the pink, but this is what I went with for the card. I see we both picked Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Simple is best.
And yeah, on the bottom I just wrote I love you.
Beautiful.
wrote, "Be my Valentine."
Oh, classic.
Yeah. Someone loves your card now.
Thank you. And because we can't see what all of you are working on, if you'd like to share the cards that you make or the pictures that you create in the next activity with us, you can always feel free to email us at education@bronxmuseum.org. We would always love to see pictures of whatever you create. So I also put that address in the chat.
Yeah, I think I also decided to draw some hearts there on the bottom too. Right, so you can draw things, you can cut things out, you can use stickers, you can glue them down. But the main sort of, surprise is the pop-up, right? When people open the card. I like how you use the Post-it. I think a lot of people have Post-its at home.
Yeah, so it gave me this stripe effect, and I actually really like it, even though I just used the Post-it because that was what I had.
And it's nice sometimes when you're just decorating something to repeat things because it gives you like a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Even though maybe thinking about repeating things doesn't sound like exciting at first, but when you look at it, it looks really interesting. Right? So we repeated the heart by drawing it and by cutting it out different ways. I also put it on the cover of mine. And I used the color red on the cover because my heart is also red.
Great. Yeah, so and if anybody has any questions, but I think one of the other great things about this card is that it's so, once you get the hang of it, you can make a bunch of Valentines, but you can also reuse this format and do different shapes for other holidays, a bunch of ideas. You could write somebody's name on the heart. Just a lot of possibilities.
I'm going to probably show like what it would be like if you wanted to add something else. You have a couple of minutes, right? So I wanted to.
Oh yeah, multiple pop-ups.
Mm-hmm.
To have room.
Maybe I could make a little heart friend and put it there. But I think you're almost done with me.
Yes, we have just about one more minute.
Thank you so much, Edwin.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Edwin, and happy Valentine's Day to everyone. And something I think we've tried to incorporate into a lot of these virtual events is thinking about how we can share art and share our love with loved ones who we might not be able to be with physically due to the circumstances and the time we're living in. So of course, if you want to make cards, sending them is a great way to stay in touch and show people that you're thinking about them.
Thanks for all the activity in the chat, guys. I'm glad that you enjoyed this.
Yeah.
And once this skill, you can use it for other different holidays and different times when you would send people a card, or just send someone a card with a pop-up anytime.
Great. All right. Well, happy Valentine's Day, Edwin.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you very much. I am going to put you in the attending room. And so now we have one more half-hour activity, which will round out the program. So I'm going to bring in another one of our wonderful educators, Aurelio.
Hey, Aurelio.
Hi, Aurelio. So I can see you, but you're going to need to unmute yourself, I think. There we go.
Here we are.
How are you doing?
Good, great. It's great to be here. So my activities, we are going to learn words of a song, a small stanza, a chorus for a song. And then we are going to create a wonderful watercolor. Okay, inspired on the song, on the words of that song. So the song's name is Pájaro Cú, the coo bird. It's a bird in the southern part of Mexico, and people created this beautiful song. It's a folk song from Veracruz. This is part of the son jarocho. It's a popular genre of music now in New York. And we have a community, and sometimes we play at the Bronx Museum. So in any rate, we are going to learn the chorus part of the song. I will sing a short version of the song, and then I will go over the words of the chorus. So I'm gonna sing the song for you, okay?
Wait, and just let me know when you want me to bring up the lyrics.
Oh, okay. So we are okay now. We're just gonna go
we'll just let it go.
El pajarito es aquel que canta en aquella lima, que canta en aquella lima, que pajarito es aquel. Tírame la lima, tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón. Vete y dile que no cante, que mi corazón lastima, que pajarito es aquel que canta en aquella lima. Tírame la lima y tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón. Pajarito mañanero de la laguna del bosque, de la laguna del bosque, pajarito mañanero, tírame la lima, tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón. Vete a dile a mi lucero que si ya no me conoce, que si ya no me conoce, yo que fui su amor primero. Tírame la lima, tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón. Yay. So, the song is a song about love, and in the chorus line says something to the effect of throw me a lime, throw me a lemon, throw me the key to your heart. Tírame la lima, tírame un limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón. The first line, it says, what bird is singing over there over that lime tree? Go and tell her not to sing anymore because it hurts my heart. That's the first lines that we sing. When I sing Pajarito Mañanero de la Laguna del Bosque, vete y dile a mi lucero que si ya no me conoce. It says, little bird from the morning, little morning bird from the lake at the forest. Go tell my morning star if she doesn't know me anymore. Why she doesn't know me anymore, something like that. So every part wherever I sing the song, then you go in with the chorus, tírame la lima, tírame el limón, tírame la llave de mi corazón. So can we do it? Neil, how is your voice today?
I guess we'll find out.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Is everybody ready?
Did I the lyrics?
So let's do tírame la lima, tírame el limón. You can just say it, and then you can incorporate the singing as you go. You don't have to force yourself. You will see the lyrics, tírame la lima, tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón. Just use your instincts. In Spanish, the vowels are pretty much constant. And so that's tírame la luna. Oh, that's a beautiful café. So, tírame la lima. Okay, so we go. Tírame la lima, tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón. Let's do it again. Tírame la lima y tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón. So I will say, for example, pajarito mañanero de la laguna del bosque, de la laguna del bosque, pajarito mañanero. There you go. Tírame la lima, ay, tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón. Vete y dile a mi lucero que si ya no me conoce, que si ya no me conoce, yo que fui su amor primero. Tírame la lima, tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón. Good. So we have it. How are you doing, guys?
Great.
Good.
Yeah? Okay. Patrick?
Run it back. I'm ready.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna start the first stanza, and when you see the words, that means that it's your turn to start to sing, okay? So we're gonna do the entire song, okay? All right, so here we go. Yes.
We have some people in the chat who are saying that they remember you from other programs, I think, at the museum. So your fans are
Oh, good. Yes, we have a following. Good.
and yeah, so if you know Spanish, obviously that's going to help. But even if you don't know Spanish, I think just from hearing the sounds, you'll get them, and maybe the pictures will help too.
Yeah, so we'll say, throw me, in Spanish we will say, give me the key, like in English, give me the keys to your heart. And here we're saying, tírame, the bird is probably far, so he can throw it to you, okay? So it's tírame de tirar, de throw, tírame la lima, tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón, okay? Good, so I'll start the part of the words that I sing, and when you will see the cue, and you will see the lyrics there to start singing. Okay, Nelson, you ready? When I'm ready to sing, you will put the lyrics there. Okay, so we're gonna start. Not yet, not yet. Okay, good, yeah. And when the lyrics appear, then we are ready to sing, okay? Good. Here we go. Que pajarito es aquel que cantan aquella lima, que cantan aquella lima, que pajarito es aquel. Here we go. Tírame la lima, tírame el limón. We do it again. Tírame. If you wanna keep it there. So we go.
Yeah,
we go. Tírame la lima, tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón. Vete y dile que no cante, que mi corazón lastima, que pajarito es aquel que canta en aquella lima. Here we go. Tírame la lima, tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón. Pajarito mañanero de la laguna del bosque, de la laguna del bosque, pajarito mañanero. Here we go. Tírame la lima y tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón. Vete y dile a mi lucero que si ya no me conoce, que si ya no me conoce, no sé yo que fui su amor primero. Tírame la lima, tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón. Que pajarillo que cantan aquella lima. Tírame la lima, tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón.
Thank you, Aurelio.
Good. So, thank you. I hope you like the song. We have a tape recording. It's called Pájaro Q. Were you able to play it for us, Nell?
Right now?
When I suggested while we do the artwork, but as a background music, if that helps. But you can find it in YouTube. That song is a beautiful song. So anyway, we are going to move on to do the artwork, the art part. Now I can put my glasses on. And so this is the artwork we're gonna create. I see some chat for me, but I cannot read it. But in any rate, we're gonna walk into my desk and we're gonna start working. I cannot turn the image.
Oh, it was working before.
I know, I'm having here it is. I'm pressing the wrong part.
Oh,
okay, so here we are.
Great. Yeah, so again, if you were able to get the activity kit from the museum, it would have had a set of watercolors in it. If you didn't, maybe you have watercolors, but otherwise you can just use anything you want to draw in color with, I think.
I think I'm gonna have to leave and come back.
Okay. In the meantime, I see it seems like we have some people who heard not only Aurelio, but his wonderful musical group perform at our virtual or our in-person maybe family affair for Dia de Muertos, which we usually have at the end of October, beginning of November. And that's always really lovely to sing with a group. But at some of these programs, Aurelio teaches us a song in Spanish as well. So we always like to have that. Here he is.
Thank you again. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so here we are ready to do the artwork. So this is our watercolor I like you to do. Here are the keys, and this is the heart. We may draw, I drew some musical notes and a flower. We can draw the lime and the lemon. And so we will start with a simple piece of paper. If you have watercolors, that's great. And brushes, watercolor brushes are very important. I have a few here. And we are going to, I have my colors ready also. I have some liquid watercolor. So whichever is what you got, you're ready for, have it ready. If you have a key, we can trace it. If you don't, we can just draw a key. Okay, so we're gonna do both ways. But the first thing, well, let's draw the keys first. So I'm gonna draw one key, una llave. I have this one, or maybe this one. And we're just gonna trace it.
Great. So as Aurelio was saying, if you have a key or somebody in your family or a parent has a key, it might help you to trace it, but you can just freehand draw a key otherwise if you like. So
let's draw an old-fashioned key. I'm gonna draw an old-fashioned key.
Really? I have an old-fashioned key.
Oh my God, let's trace it. So it's like this, and usually they have a long, maybe that's a good, looks like a musical instrument too, but you know,
I like it. Yeah, it can be a little abstracted too.
Yes. So that's a key, and this is another key. I also forgot to tell you, we can use paper towels if you have available, but basically it's just the watercolors and the pencil. Paper towels are always handy. So I have the keys here. Now we're going to be ready to draw the heart. Let's make the heart really big. So we're going to overlap it. It can go under the keys, and that's the other side of the heart. That's the hardest thing to do. It is not really hard, it just takes a little practice to do half the heart and then the other half. And it doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical, it can vary, but this is one way. So we have the heart. Let's draw a line. They usually have this. They have like a pointy part here like this. Let's draw a lemon. Lemons are a little bit rounder, right? So let's go, that's easy. Maybe they have you can draw a leaf.
I don't know if I'm gonna regret this, but I drew because I think the picture with the lyrics was like this. My lemon has a slice cut out of it.
Oh yes, that is so cool. I never thought about that. That's very creative, very good independent thinking, Miss Nell.
Thank you.
Good. That's the so you can vary like what Nell did was amazing because we all can say, well, I like half a lemon or a little piece or just the peel, whatever you like to draw as as part of the lemon or the lemon tree, which is what this song is about. We can try to draw a little bird. So I'm never good at drawing birds just like that, but I'm gonna try. It's gonna be a little funny bird. That's my pájaro cu, my coo bird. There we go. And we have, huh.
Now, Aurelio, can you hear the song or not really? Because I am playing it in the background now.
I cannot hear it, but if the group, if the people can hear it, that's really cool. That's wonderful. I can hear something, but yeah, I'm not. But if it's broadcast at the class, I think it's wonderful. And maybe you can give the link to that song for anyone that like to listen to it. There are, so we have pretty much our graphics ready. We can add more hearts if you like. We can draw, or just make it simple with one heart. I think it's good to keep it like very, very clear and simple like that. So now I'm ready for my red color. There are many ways to do watercolors. There are many techniques. The idea is letting water come into the paper and let it soak in. Sometimes people wet it first and then they let the color water come in. They call it wash. We're gonna do a dry wash with this. And so I'm gonna get my red color like this. If you don't have liquid color, you can take your watercolor and start taking some color from your watercolor, okay? With water. So you have water here and get it from your watercolor kit. I am going to use my ready liquid color, okay? And that's very easy just to apply it. We're going to just apply the wash evenly as best as you can. You can do several coats. Let it dry and then do another one later. So the color gets a little bit more intense. But it's nice just to do like a one brush at a time, like this. It's a great technique of just letting the color go into your paper. It's actually the water going into the paper. Nice, very good. How much time do we have, Nell?
You have about 10 more minutes.
Oh, we have plenty of time. So maybe we can do the background now, the larger surfaces. So let's do the blue color. Okay, so I'm gonna do the blue color as a background. This is the blue color I have. So you can do that. But if you know you would like a different color, that is fine. I think that's your choice. The way Nell does it is she takes her own independent decisions and say, well, I like green better. And you can do that. Okay? So I'm going to do the blue and I'm going to do that same idea of wash and just let the color, the water kind of spread on your paper. It's a beautiful way of watercolors are beautiful because it's not necessarily paint, it's water that you are applying into your paper. And again, this is called a wash. I'm gonna go around my lemon, get a little bit more water. If you got too much water into your brush, you can dry it first, like this, and then be ready to apply it to your paper. And that's my pajarito cool right there.
Great. So pajarito is the name of the bird?
Cool. That's the name of the bird.
Okay.
Pájaro cu.
Pájaro cu.
Yeah. CU. That's the spelling of it. Wonderful. So we got the
Yeah, so mine isn't showing very well on video because I did a very, very light kind of blue-gray.
well, yeah, that is fine. That is good. I love it. The watercolors are very subtle, and I mean my colors came out strong, but they're not like paint that you can be very strong with it. You can let very light colors, and usually pencils and watercolors get along very well. You don't have to trace with a strong marker. They're just very beautiful. So now we're ready to color our keys. And I'm gonna use the green from here. I'm gonna get some green and color one of my keys a green. Oh, no, 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 no. The lemons I have to be green. So I'm gonna go do my lemon in
Your
green.
lime.
See, I'm always confused. In Spanish, this is un limón. But in English, this is a lime.
Yes.
And the lime in Spanish is una lima, at least in Mexico. But in English, that's lemon. Is that right?
Yes. So Spanish lima is English lime. Spanish limon is English lemon. So
At least in Mexico. And so this is my lime. And so it's a little bit yellowish. I can mix a little green here and put a little bit of green.
that's
And if you have too much water, you can use your paper towel. And you see how it's dark now? You can tap it and get rid of some of the excess water. It's a beautiful way of working. Watercolors are amazing.
and but you know what? Sometimes the lemon is going to be a little green too if it's not quite ripe. So it's
Exactly.
the color.
That's true. Now, what color should our keys be?
Well, I think that again, you know, you can, if you look at your actual keys, you might want to make it black or gray, but you can also make it maybe a more fun color because this is the key that we're painting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a more fun color. I'm gonna do a purple. How is that?
I was just thinking I want to make my key a bright, bright purple too.
Good. So we can do the purple color here.
I'm making mine a bright orange color.
Whoa, okay. Maybe I have two keys, so one of them, I will follow your idea, Patrick. I will get a bright orange for the other key. Look at this.
So here's my
Whoa,
key.
Yeah.
nice key. Nice work, Nell. I got too much color into my red key. So
It looks
again,
good though.
you can use paper and tap the color, and the paper will soak. The paper will take the water out. So it's a much lighter, you see? That's a great technique in watercolor, just to apply and to be adding small layers of color water and control the colors that way. Um, our bird, what color should it have?
Well, what color is that bird in
It's
real?
like a brownish. Um, I don't think it has like a peculiar color like some birds that have these beautiful colors, like like they have a chest that is yellow and blue, and this is more like a brownish, just very, very straightforward fellow. So, but oops, I put too much color, so I'll use that technique that I told you about.
You always bought it. And Aurelia, you have just about 2 more minutes.
Okay, so
Perfect.
we're almost done, and but nothing is one color. We can always add shades of other colors. So I can add a little bit of blue on my, or maybe a little bit of yellow on my cubert. I'm gonna put some yellow on the lemon.
The lima.
Oh man, oh the lima, yes.
The lima. And I'm gonna, if I have time, I'm just gonna make all of my little hearts a really bright red.
Yes, you can keep on continue adding colors.
Very little water. So here's
Adding washes to them. I have this other heart that I can color too. So I'm gonna color in red.
beautiful.
And what you can do, you can add another wash. I'm gonna add another wash to this. So it gets a little brighter, you see? And for like, once the paper is wet, the water gets inside faster, so it's easier to apply it. It has a more like generous way of absorbing the colors you're applying. Good.
Beautiful.
So this is our song, that's Tírame la lima, tírame el limón, tírame la llave de tu corazón.
De tu corazón. Beautiful.
That was wonderful.
And a lovely song for Valentine's Day.
Yes. So we can always add the lyrics here when it's dry, or you can add something, Viva my Valentine, or you can write, give me the key to your heart. It's kind of dry, so I can do that. I can write it here. Tírame la llave. And maybe here, de tu corazón. I'm glad the paper dried pretty fast. So you can write it in English. Give me, throw me the key to your heart. Oh my God, I love that. I hadn't thought of doing the words, but
Oh.
kind of worked. Did you
Yeah.
do the words too?
Yes, I did them in Spanish, and I wrote each line by the object. I don't know if you can see it. So it's
Oh, yes, 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 yes. That's terrific.
beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Aurelio.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining me.
Great. So it is 3 o'clock, and that is our program for today. Again, thank you so much for joining us. We do these programs at least once a month, but the next one is actually going to be in 2 weeks. So stay tuned and look at our website for information on how to sign up. Again, we always do a materials pickup, so we encourage you to come and grab those if you'd like. And feel free to email us at education@bronxmuseum.org if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or you want to share some pictures of what you've made. And have a great weekend and a very happy Valentine's Day from the Bronx Museum.
Everybody.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's.